evidences of evolution. The question was how this evolution will occur. There are two theories. First is Lamarck theory of evolution. It is also known as Lamarckism. The scientist Lamarck told us that how evolution happened. They gave us giraffe long neck example. So they gave for us the example of giraffe long neck. So this theory is basically based on 2 points. First, use and disuse of organ. If we use any organ, so this organ grow, and if we do not use any organ, that organ will reduce within a time. So they said this required character, and this character will inherit to next generation. So this character become permanent. So next theory is Darwinism. Darwinists gave the example Darwin's finches. So they said 2 points into their theory. First is survival of the fittest. They said that in nature only that animal will survive who is fit for reproduction, who is fit for environment, who is environmentally fit to survive in that condition. So survival of the fittest. If the animal is not fit in the environment, he will not survive. He will extinct within a period of time. And the next is natural selection. Nature select the animal according to their environmental condition. If that animal has the variation which is suitable for the environment, that animal will be selected. And if the animal has some variation which is negatively for the environment, which is not suitable for the environment, that animal will reduce within a period of time. Mechanism of evolution are here for explanation the mechanism of evolution. First theory is Hugo de Vries theory. It is according to this theory, there is a sudden large difference in the population due to mutation. Hugo de Vries said with the help of mutation, there is sudden large difference occur in a population. Mutation, not a minor variation as per the Darwin also said us about the mutation, but Darwin said that mutation, due to the mutation, there are minor variations occur in generation to generation, and after many generations, these minor variations become a new species. But Hugo de Vries says that there is no minor variation. Mutation cause a sudden large difference in any population, and that sudden large difference cause the formation of new species. That is evolution. Second theory is given by Hardy and Weinberg. So this is also known as Hardy-Weinberg principle. According to this theory, Hardy-Weinberg says that allelic frequency in a population are stable generation to generation. They talk about the allelic frequency, and or the gene pool remain constant. They also talk about the gene pool. These two terms. First, gene pool. Gene pool means that in any population, the total number of genes are present. The total number gene is the total number of genes in their alleles and their alleles in a population. किसी एक population में total कितने genes और कितने alleles हैं, that total number is known as gene pool. As you can see, in a pea plant, there is one character for height. Height may be for the height there are two alleles, T dominant and small t for the recessive. So in height there can be three combinations. There can be only three combinations: homozygous dominant, heterozygous, homozygous recessive. So in this you can see there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, total 6 alleles. So this is the gene pool for a single character. It is a gene pool for the height of the plant. Because only height there are only these 6 alleles are present. So this is the gene pool. So in a population there are many characters. For many characters there are many genes. The total number of that genes, total number of that alleles is known as gene pool. So allelic frequency. How many alleles are present in that generation? As you can see, 6 alleles are present. This is the allelic frequency in a particular generation, in a particular population. So he says that this frequency in a population will remain stable generation to generation. Hardy-Weinberg formula. This is the formula for Hardy-Weinberg. P square plus 2pq plus q square is equal to 1. This formula is used to find the gene frequency in any population. If Hardy-Weinberg says that if there is no change in any population, there is no variation, this is remain only. This is only all the genes. P stands for dominant allele in any population. P stands for dominant allele frequency in any population. Q stands for recessive allele frequency in any population. with the help of these two things, p square plus 2pq plus q square is equal to 1. So Hardy-Weinberg says that in any population, if all these frequency is equal to 1, then there is no mutation, there is no change in any population. If this one is changed, if it is not constant, it is not stable, it is not one, then it means that there are some changes in any gene pool of a population. So what are the factors who affect this one value? Who can change the value of 1? So there are some factors who affect the Hardy-Weinberg equilibrium, also known as Hardy-Weinberg equilibrium. So gene migration. If in any population gene migrates, so in that population there are lots of gene occur, so this equilibrium will not stable. Genetic drift is also the same. If in any population there are some incident occur, there are some volcanic eruption or maybe continental drift, there can be any pandemic disease who can lose a lot of number of species of that population. So that can be the reason in the gene pool will become down. Again, mutation. If mutation occur in any generation, so the genes will arise there. So if new genes will arise there, then will also not remain constant in gene combination. At the time of crossing over, at the time of gametogenesis, there can be some changes occur who change the gene, produce new genes in that particular generation. So due to this reason also, this value will not remain constant. And second, the last one is natural selection. Should nature select a particular positive adaptation? If there is any negative adaptation, that species will become extinct. The extinction of any species is result into the loss of gene pool. Natural selection. About natural selection we have studied already, but now it is also part of mechanism of evolution. Natural selection is the process in which better adapted individuals are selected by nature. Nature selects a better individual who has the positive variation, who has the positive adaptations. So, how nature select these variations? How nature select these adaptations? So, there are three types of natural selection process: stabilizing natural selection, directional natural selection, and disruptive natural selection. As you can see here, there is an animal in natural conditions when there is no adaptation. This means that at this point he flourished very batterly, and at this point he does not flourish. In his natural habitat after the adaptation, how can these animals adapt in three ways? First is stabilizing natural selection. In this natural selection, it means that only at this region, in these environmental conditions, this animal flourished batterly. In these second things, there is no flourishing occur. So there are many types of animals who can live in these conditions, also in these conditions, also in these conditions. But after the natural selection, only these type of animals can survive more. Less stabilizing, यहाँ पर आपकी जनरेशन स्टेबल हो गई है, तो मेन कैरेक्टर वैल्यू जो मेन कैरेक्टर है बीच का यहाँ तक था, इस एरिया का जो कैरेक्टर था वो ही ज़्यादा नेचर ने अडेप्ट किया है, नेचर ने सिलेक्ट किया है. बाकी जो सेकेंडरी यहाँ तक के आपके ये वाले कैरेक्टर थे, these characters are not selected by nature. Second is direction. In this graph, as you can see, this is the first curve. But after the change in the environment, species modified itself, and now when the species flourished at this area, but now the species will flourish in these conditions. Shift of the curve will occur here. So in the directional natural selection, you can see the shift of curve. Acquired value. Some characters are inherited and some characters are acquired. So these characters are inherited, and inherited characters are not now in favorable conditions. So these animals have to adapt or have to acquire some new characters. So after acquiring some new characters, these species will flourish, as you can see here. So this is the shifting of curve. So this is the directional natural selection. Third one is disruptive. In this you can see this is the normal curve. But there are some environmental conditions occur. After environmental conditions, after the change in environmental condition, this species is not able to survive in these conditions more badly. So this species have to change itself, maybe like the ancestors or maybe like the new species. So if the species change itself like the ancestors, the curve may be shift backwardly. If the species change itself as a new species, then become shifted to the forwardly. So shifting may be occur, it may be backwardly, it may be forwardly. So mean character is not important in this thing. Mean character is not worthy in this type natural selection. This is disruptive. Peripheral value matters, not mean value. These are the peripheral values. This is the